Hello and welcome back as we get started with Champ Select, starting our first bands come out already, and they're two that we have not seen before yet. SNHU taking out Echo and Talia, and Mercy College going to be taking out Blitzcrank for their first band. Those are three interesting bands coming out right away. Particularly the Blitzcrank, it really interests me. I haven't seen SNHU on stream play Blitzcrank yet, but maybe they've been practicing it. That could always be something that behind the curtain. The Mercy College is either doing their homework, or maybe that's just like a weakness for them, is those sort of Blitzcrank bot lanes. Taking out the Jinx as well. Jinx is a really solid ADC right now.
Very much, especially with her scaling ability.
Yeah, and she's kind of like she sort of doesn't have a ton of things going on. So she's really easy just to get good results with always. Whereas other ADCs, you might have to think about, um, you know, you're a lot more of your micro play. Like champs like Ezreal, you have to think a lot about what buttons you're hitting a lot. But Jinx, you can kind of autopilot a little bit and just worry about your macro. But SNHU, seeing the first pick come out, Lux.
I was like, I haven't seen a Lux ban yet, and I saw Annie, and I was like, we're doing it. Glorious Killer on Lux is one of my favorite things to say. I have the highest mastery on her. She is objectively one of my favorite champions.
Is representing out here. He does a fantastic job on that character. Um, every time he gets the Lux, it doesn't look fair. But speaking of not looking fair, Mercy College pulling out the Caitlyn Morgana bot lane for their first two picks. That is a very strong combination right there.
That bot line, that bot lane terrifies me. I have played that. I have played against that, and it's efficient.
Yeah, they work together so well. If you know that that's like a combo that your opponent's going to be doing, you almost always ban it out. Caitlyn, especially, is just such a good ADC for poke right now, and I really like the Zeri pick coming out. A really mobile champion like that, it's good at closing the distance. Is going to be good at both avoiding the Morgana snare and as well as the Caitlyn poke.
I'm seeing very good mobility and very good CC coming from Snooze bot lane.
Trundle as well, another one. We saw, in the brief snippet of what we saw last game, we saw Trundle doing a lot, and just being very effective at playing even from behind, just taking one-on-ones that almost any other champion would have lost. Behind in gold and items, and still able to take 1v1s because you just take the enemy stats. It's so effective and so good. But speaking of good, again, Mercy College pulling out Nocturne. That's a very, very good jungler. Really good assassin, and a super influential ultimate for team fights and just getting ganks and picks in general.
Nocturne is amazing, as you said, for kind of picks. Especially when you get to his level 6, he can just kind of sneak out of bush, take all your vision away, and pick one up for himself.
You see Mercy taking out the volley bear right away. That's a pretty common pick we see from SNHU, and SNHU are going to fire back, taking out the Galio. Looking to take out that mid laner. As they see Mercy College right now, they do need tanks. So if they're not looking to run a tank top lane, um, Galio's really one of the only tank mid lanes. So it's going to narrow down their options a lot.
I'm excited to see how Mercy might try and play around this, or how their picks will definitely define their play style for this.
Vex ban. The Vex ban going out, maybe looking at Vex support. Since Glorious Killer typically plays Lux mid, unless this is um, Pancake Man picking up Lux in support, but I don't think he does not typically do that. So taking out that Vex, looking at support. SNHU gonna take out Shen, another very strong top lane tank, just taking out the tanks that Mercy College need right now. And both Shen and Galio are tanks that have amazing global pressure. And with the teleport nerfs as well, they're even better. Starting off with these picks here, Mercy College gonna pick off Ari.
That Ari pick did surprise me because she is not the tank they're looking for, but their team especially with Nocturne Ari, very good for movement.
Yeah, I think Mercy College are probably going to look for something like a Malphite or any, some other top lane tank. They have to at this point. I like the Ari pick. Ari and Deluxe is a very kind of even skill matchup that can really go either way. And Snook going to pick up Karma, Karma support, I believe, or Karma top. Karma top, I believe, has been seeing some popularity just because it is one of those lanes that's very uninteractive and very safe.
Hopefully, we will know with this next pick.
Last pick coming out here for Snoo to wind up their roster going to be Sejuani. Interesting team composition coming out here between both Trundle and Sejuani. Could be Trundle top.
I feel the Trundle and the Sejuani really give them that kind of tankiness to make sure they can really bring the fight when they get to the team fight stage.
Absolutely. They both have very, very big team fight utility that can come out there. Mercy College going to pick up Darius for their final pick. There's the top lane, not a tank, more of a bruiser, but the health on their team they're really looking for. Unfortunately, Darius is really the only person on their team that has any sort of sustain whatsoever, which is definitely a weakness in Mercy's composition right now. This is just an issue with global pressure as well, since he's probably not going to take teleport. He's probably going to go Ghost Ignite.
I am kind of afraid for Mercy as we get closer to team fights, because as long as they take down that Darius, there's going to be a significant lack of kind of health or bulk on their team to fight with.
Yeah, and Snoo have got a really solid front line right now, and a backline that's really good at poking. Whereas Mercy College, Nocturne's a good assassin, but if the tanks are in the right place, I think he might struggle to get too much value. And especially Zeri. Zeri has some of the best self peel in the game, just like Ezreal, like for an ADC. So she's going to be really good at just escaping from Nocturne.
I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Absolutely. We're going to throw to a quick break while we wait to get in game, but definitely an exciting match getting ready to go forward here. We'll be back in just a minute. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back. Getting started with our second set of the night up against Mercy College. I'm excited to see this one play out. There's a lot of cool champ picks here. I really like SNHU's composition going into this.
I do too. I think it's really good, and I'm kind of a little bit more focused on Mercy, seeing how they might play around only having Darius kind of for the bulk of their team.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit concerning here, and especially because, he doesn't have teleport either. He's running Ghost and Flash, which is going to really reduce, he's pretty much not going to be able to be there for team fights unless he really plans ahead.
SNHU looks like they're preparing for a possible invade, or at least just being cautious.
I think they're suspicious of an invade coming out. That Morgana Caitlyn level 1 could be a little scary.
Absolutely.
Either side, no more invades this time either. Unfortunately, those are always so fun to watch whenever you see them here on stream. But both teams just playing very respectfully, just not gonna throw away first blood for no reason.
Nothing wrong with that.
And coming out here, it is actually Pancake Man on Lux. This is the Lux support, and Glorious Killer is going to be on Karma in mid.
You see, I was wondering whether it was going to be Karma support, or like top, like you said.
Yeah, it's we got Trundle in the top lane, Karma mid lane, Lux support. This is a little bit different than what I expected coming out, but
I think.
I'm interested to see how Pancake Man does on Lux, as well as the Karma, which we haven't really seen.
I know we were definitely expecting maybe Trundle to go jungle and Sejuani either support or top, but this looks like a solid composition.
Yeah, and the Karma is... I do like the Karma against the Ahri, because until Ahri hits 6, she's going to get so much free poke. It's really difficult to avoid Karma's poke if you aren't a mobile champ.
She kind of has that time to just get those pokes on her, pick where she can, maybe even get a kill off.
Double root coming out there from SNHU. Bornstellar gonna push forward, pick up first blood, not gonna find that second kill, but a huge root there. Very well played from Pancake Man. An explosive start to the game.
I have not been able to see Pancake Man kind of on Lux yet this season, but it is certainly working out. Amazing.
Yeah, this is definitely both bot lane and mid lane here for SNHU are looking to just try and get as much lane priority as possible. So keep pushing up. Whereas I think in the top lane, we're definitely going to see Trundle play very safe. I do think it might be a little bit tough for him just to take the 1v1 against Darius, because even though he can steal those stats, that's a lot of bleed. It's not often that you can really just 1v1 have a slap fight with Darius. We do have, looking at the junglers, both junglers are hovering around the top side here. I think Alphaus is just getting Scuttle right now, but there's more damage coming out from Glorious Killer. But Alphaus is very close, could potentially see a gank coming out. No, he's just passing through.
Just in case, it's always good that Mr. Reno is kind of lurking in that top lane if there were to be a gank.
Absolutely, and now I think we are going to see something for sure as Alphaus starts to go to the bot lane here. He's going to grab that Scuttle, and this could potentially be a moment where the bot lane can really start to converge on a kill here. But it looks like they're just going to try and play safe. This is the name of the game so far right now. Mercy College are already behind First Blood. Right now they just really cared the most about keeping, trying to make up for this gold difference that one kill had made. And then also looking at CS in the bot lane, especially there is CS. Glorious Killer doing a lot of damage to Bio here. He's going to be able to escape. But Mr. Reno is very close if she decides to overstay a little bit.
That poke is crucial, and if their Ahri just spends 1 second too long in that lane, Reno's gonna jump on his chance.
That's exactly the kind of trades that you're going to see here between this Trundle and this Darius. They're they're going to come out mostly even, no matter what their health totals are, because they're just going to, kind of have a wet noodle fight for a little bit until neither of them can afford to actually do stuff anymore. But that Root doing very, very nice on Pancake Man. Just doing so much at controlling space in the bot lane.
Top laners seem to be playing it safe, getting their farm, getting their levels up.
Here's Mr. Reno, and a big Root comes out. Bornstellar is on him. A lot of damage going out. Mr. Reno, I was a little afraid he might have accidentally stolen that kill for a second, but Bornstellar picks it up. Just backing out once again. Another kill for SNHU's ADC. Getting that gold where it needs to go.
Feeding the kills to the ADC also kind of helps them become this tank destroyer that's going to be absolutely crucial when we get to team fights.
Absolutely. It's going to make quick work of that Darius when he does show up.
That's a very good place to be kind of feeding the kills.
Right now, I'm looking at Dragon. I think both these teams are going to start considering Dragon as soon as we get around the 6-minute mark. Once these junglers back and they get their items, and everyone starts buying up. And we do see, so we're going to go ahead and aggro the Dragon here as Nocturne begins to show up. I think they might have considered starting it, but maybe not. Maybe didn't expect him to be that close.
This is definitely, especially with how close Nocturne is, waiting for Mr. Reno is kind of crucial. You do not want him to steal that with Smite.
Never falter.
Glorious Killer, I think he got sight of Alpow's there for a second, but he actually might have a little bit of an exchange here in mid with Bio coming down into that bush. Does get caught out. Alpow's Pancake Man and Bornstill are both coming up to try and stop Alpow's from being able to do anything too much here.
A big goal with that Ahri is kind of making sure with those pokes that she is low enough to not be able to support them through Dragon, or even better, kind of getting her off the map completely so they can clear.
Absolutely, and Glorious Killer is doing a great job of that, of just keeping Bio's resources low. And really, like, this is the power of Karma's poke. It's so unavoidable. And Ahri really would have to pop her ultimate to try and really avoid poke, which is going to basically be an all-in scenario. Look at how much damage that was. He's flashing in now. He is able to get the kill. Got charmed under tower. A little scary there, but looks like there's not going to be anyone to convert off of that kill, with Trishy showing up just a little bit too late.
It is a very good and even poke coming from Karma, helping just kind of keep that pressure on and lining up kills like those.
Absolutely.
Very impressive keeping his cool there.
As we're getting close to Ripcode coming up now, this is another big, turning point in the game. I think we're going to see junglers. We're seeing both junglers start to head over towards the top side here, and both of these top laners as well are just trying to get each other low. Again, all of these trades are going to be so even. I think it's honestly a coin flip as to which one actually takes a fight should they engage.
I'm not mad. I've seen plenty of good fights going around the rest of the map. Top lane is just kind of taking it easy, or not.
It looks like he's going in, but don't be fooled. The top laners up there are just having a wet noodle fight at the moment. There's not too much damage going out, but as he starts to go down, finding Mr. Reno, here's where the damage is starting to come out. Maybe a real fight where they don't have quite as much sustain going back and forth. Unfortunately, Alpow's is not quite close enough, staying close to mid, maybe waiting for an opportunity there.
All this game, top lane has had a pretty consistent kind of back and forth, which I'm eager to see how it evolves, and I'm not mad, since I see how well the rest of the map is doing with their pokes and their kills.
Yeah, and doing well right now, I think, is exactly how you can describe the game for Bornstellar. He's 2 kills up, and he's got so much CS to work with. Pancake Man has done an excellent job of just enabling him so much, and really allowing Zeri to be able to play very aggressive with the help of those Lux roots.
As this goes on, Zeri is just going to get more speed, more mobility, and just really help take over that lane.
Right now, both teams, this gold difference really hasn't moved around too much. Despite the fact that 2 more kills have happened since First Blood, the gold difference is about the same, about a 1.5k gold lead. So Mercy College is definitely doing a good job at staying behind right now, and they know they are, which is why you see them playing very safe. They're not really committing or trying to force too many fights on these objectives that early. They're mostly just trying to keep their head above water, get CS where they can, get gold where they can. Alpau's coming into Mr. Reno here in the jungle, finding Pancake Man as well, getting knocked up there. The root goes through, as well as the laser. He goes down. That's a big pick on the jungler. It's going to allow SNHU to try and convert on this dragon, but we could also have a kill up here in top lane. So CS a minute flashes in and takes out Dark Swordsman. Going to be able to push up on this top tower while SNHU get the first dragon of the game.
Very good. 12CS kind of saw that moment and took it, being able to get that little edge up on the top lane, especially when it's a game where they're each playing their own so much.
Yeah, and now with that objective taken here, we're going to see the junglers play around the top side. Mercy College absolutely, do not want SNHU to be able to get first dragon and first root. So we're definitely going to see this be pretty decently contested by both junglers coming out.
Pancake Man has hit that level 6 spike where he has his ult available, and it's only going to improve more as he gets more ult haste.
Yeah, he's already got the ultimate back up. We saw him just a little bit ago. He's just using it to do damage to dissuade them from fighting here. And as well as that, the poke from Zeri as well is very good, especially when you have them push back under tower and you're able to, shoot the laser through there. It's a really good combo, just kind of flushing them into positions where they're very vulnerable.
Especially seeing how they're performing against a Caitlyn Morgana bot lane, which is a very difficult one to fight.
The moment Bio runs into lane, Glorious Killer is just... That's just the power of this sort of Karma mid. And now Alpau's is coming in to try and get this gank here, but Karma's very, very safe with that shield. It's going to be hard to gank her, especially with all of her poke, but that's turning back on her. He's taking a lot of damage, and Alpaus will get that kill.
I feel like that could have been easily turned around maybe if they had Mr. Reno there, but luckily I don't think Glorious Killer will lose too much, being able to kind of get back to normal, keep poking.
Yeah, fortunately that kill didn't go to Bio. Having that go to your opposite laner would be pretty rough. Zero running into the Darius here in mid, getting into Dark Swordsman, and not gonna get hit by that Q. Just gonna be able to back up and get out of there, but we do have 12 CS a minute coming through. I think he might have gotten spotted by Vision, as he is pathing back around, and Bio is coming around to try and help. Alpaus is also on the way. But it doesn't look like too much is going to come out of it here. I see a lot of pings going out on that Trundle, but I don't think it's very realistic. All the way up here. And the rest is falling off here. Dark Swordsman is taking a lot of damage from this extended trait. Here, because when it got that one kill, he just wins those 1v1s so hard. He's not going to be able to catch that one out here, but in mid, a big ultimate on Bio is going to secure that kill for Mr. Reno and open up the mid lane to pressure the rest of the map a little bit.
I think it is a little fortunate for the Ahri on Mercy's team that kill went to the jungler, but still very good for SNHU.
This is scary here for Dark Swordsman. I'd be a little bit terrified of this Trundle engaging right here when you're so low. That lifesteal is going to help him out a little bit, but that Trundle can really mess him up, as we've seen.
Being able to attack really just right under tower
This is big. Alpaus coming in, trying to do a lot of damage here. They're trying to retreat. Pancake Man staying alive, though, does find the kill, and Bornsteller coming through. It's a kill on the Caitlyn, trading out Pancake Man as well, picking up that double kill on the Morgana, and Dark Swordsman actually won that 1v1 up top, taking out 12 CS a minute. Hanging on by a thread, going to be able to push that tower a bit, but SNHU are just building their gold lead in other places on the map.
That was an action-packed, 10 seconds. But that's how we played.
Glorious Killer is playing very aggressive here. That charm came out on him and hit him, but he is going to go down. Maybe getting a little bit overconfident there. Thought he could take that fight with biological top, just able to win.
It was definitely, I think, the lifesteal on Ari's ball at one point from her passive gave her a little bit of an edge in that fight. Oh, just
That was
missing
so
the
close.
booster.
Just walked a little bit forward first. I think I definitely would have gotten that, but so close.
Pancake Man is ready for a kill, just trying to seek it out wherever he can.
Now we're seeing a lot of players topside here. Definitely looking to try and get some space to try and get this Rift Herald soon before it goes away. Mr. Reno hopping on Alpow's here. Doing a lot. He's going to back off after forcing him out to take this red buff. Denying that jungle XP is very, very big, as well as that buff, especially with Dark Swordsman really pushed up just a little bit out of position. He doesn't know there's 3 people here, and they're all coming in at the same time. There's going to be a lot of CC here between these 3, and he's absolutely going to go down to Mr. Reno.
That was a giant slow from 12 CS a minute, and kind of that ice block just right in the way.
Yeah, we see here that SNHU are going to be able to take the top Rift Herald here, but Mercy College are not getting no value out of this. They're going to go ahead and they know that this is happening to a lot of dragons at the same time. And claiming those objective bounties as well is really going to try and help make up this gold deficit they have.
I think it was definitely a good move to kind of go to Dragon, especially if you feel like you don't have the numbers for Rift Herald, but overall that Herald is going to have so much more kind of weight, especially in the top lane as we're seeing right now.
I think so too. And it looks like we are playing with a Hextech Dragon here, so these Hex Gates might open up a little bit more gank potential, as well as just open the map up to a lot more travel. And that Dragon Soul is going to be really good for team fights, especially.
You see Glorious Killer kind of rotating down.
It's a lot of damage going out there from Pancake Man. Bio will be able to get out of there in time before Bornstar is able to get too much off of that. I don't think he landed the root, fortunately, for Bio, but it's going to be a lot of damage coming out onto this tower.
No matter what the lane, Lux just has so much pressure, and as soon as she hits level 6, that ult is coming off about every minute, even more, like, fast as possible.
Oh, it's already like 3/4 of the way back up right now. It is so fast. I think it's just afford to use it every single opportunity.
It is oppressive for finishing enemies off, keeping them low, and even just clearing long waves of minions to help push further.
Now here it looks like SNHU are mostly just trying to keep up with it, try and maybe force some kind of fight out from Mercy College. I think it's fair to say that SNHU, if they have their tanks in position, are going to take a team fight very well. But you know, we have seen times where this Nocturne is able to just run down some squishies without anyone really able to feel, which is unfortunate, just an issue of positioning in the fight.
Seeing people kind of gather in the mid lane, starting these team fights, especially if Dark Swordsman cannot kind of make it there for a team fight, that can be really difficult to come back from.
Yeah, a big pick there. These individual picks as well, finding people like this Darius, is just makes it so Mercy College really just can't fight at all. They have, you know, no sort of sustain or tankiness on their team. You know, outside of that, Nocturne's the person with the most health, which is not the best thing you want to see. And now SNHU are just going to continue trying to, you know, just push together as a team. Just kind of deathballing right now. If they find people out, you know, maybe a little bit out of position, or, you know, even in position under their tower, they can very easily get a kill off of these with, you know, having this Trundle and the Sejuani, and the Karma and the Lux is just so much CC coming out. They can really just get these. The SNHU's team just has such huge pick potential.
Celsius a minute has made it kind of up to that last tower before we hit base. Or Pancake Man is waiting out in the mid lane.
Could be dangerous. This Caitlyn is very far forward. With Cornstellar, Pancake Man, the entire team is here. Very unfortunate if Caitlyn got caught out. Looks like she will get back in time, but this Nocturne now in the jungle might be getting converged on Mercy and pinging them. Looks like he will be able to escape here. But they're just doing such a good job at displacing Mercy College right now. And really just don't even have to pick this arena going in on Bio. We have Bornstiller coming through as well. His near sight's going to come out from a Nocturne. They're going to play back. Look at how they're all playing together right now. It's very coordinated coming out here. Lux Beam not going to find too much value there. Not doing too much damage.
When you're against the Nocturne, it is crucial, especially during the ult, to play together as possible, and don't let one of your squishies be kind of caught out by it.
Right now, SNHU are mostly just trying to find a pick for the purpose of converting it into a dragon. If SNHU are able to find a really good pick or a really good fight here, that's going to be another dragon in their pocket, and this Hextech dragon is so good for them.
Picks they're kind of looking for here seem to be either on Darius or the Nocturne to try and get down that tank, or, well, Bruiser, or get down the smite they have for dragons.
Yeah, Alpals is playing very far towards the top side of the map here. Looks like he's not too interested in trying to contest for this dragon. And Mercy College more so seem to be considered with this bottom tower here and just getting this wave pushed out, whereas SNHU are already starting to get on the dragon. In terms of gold, SNHU here have so much money compared to Mercy. They have done such a good job of playing safe, and every single one of these picks that they get is going to be perfect for just continuing to compound this gold lead and also taking a Mercy player off the field so they can't make any gold.
We're seeing that I think 2 players on SNHU's side already have their mythic items. Things are going well. More pokes in that jungle.
Yeah, these pokes are big. There's a lot of vision that SNHU has in Mercy's jungle, in particular their bot side jungle. So it's really unsafe for Mercy to play too far out on that side of the map, which is kind of where they want to be right now, considering that you know, there's a lot of objective bounties down there, and they really need to push these waves out because they have turrets that are, you know, in the bot lane especially, they have turrets further forward, so that's a place where they can actually farm.
Those turrets are going to be more and more important as Mercy tries to kind of take this back and regain control, trying to push up where you have the opportunity and having a safe place to go back to.
SNHU looks to be starting their Baron take here. Forcing Mercy to push up a little bit and try and maybe contest this, or try and see how much damage they can do after SNHU take it out, but it goes so low, yet SNHU will be able to get it, not going to get stolen by Mercy, and now see Dark Swordsman rushing in as fast as possible. It's going to just deny as many of these buffs as they can, but there's so many people just converging on Alpaz, saving their ADC. Bornstiller getting that kill. 12 CS a minute, getting out alive, taking out the Darius as well. Bornstiller with a double. And now looking to chase down the remaining players here. Poke is so strong, and the beam as well, forcing them back. Not going to land the hit, but dodging that charm too.
That was an amazing Baron take from SNHU, not losing any of their buffs. Even 12 CS a minute got super low there, but was able to get out.
Yeah, this has been a very, very good opportunity for them. Now that they have this Baron buff, nobody died with Mercy running in, which is really what they were push super hard. And especially, there's a lot of ground they can really take. Taking 2 of these inhibitors for sure, and then they can maybe even start to work on rocket towers. Or just back out, or maybe just take a team fight here. They look to be in a good position for it with 12 CS minute rushing in and taking tanking a lot of damage for his team. Now going on Alpaz. Alpaz going down, Bornstiller picking up that kill. Now we see Mercy College just trying to poke them out from a distance, but the tanks are completely absorbing the damage and just getting in the way.
SNHU is in most, but not all sides, and for a while here, Mercy is just going to have to play some tower defense, try and regain where they can, and hopefully not lose their bot lane turrets to SNHU, or they might get another inhibitor.
Yeah, I did see Snooze pinging around there, starting to gather around that tower. They really want to make this happen, and you know, Mercy College have to worry about just getting these minions out of their base. They don't have enough time to get down here before this tower goes down. This is a absolutely huge play off of this Baron take here. They now have an 11k gold lead.
This season, SNHU has always been kind of a favorite of that all-over push, a really good pressure, and there's so many games where I see them kind of in on all sides of the Nexus.
Yeah, they play a lot of compositions where, you know, their team fight's great, but they can also, you know, play very much on their own if they want to. You know, champs like Trundle are fantastic in a team fight, but they can, you know, go be on their own, go push the lane by themselves. Perfectly fine.
That push potential is kind of what's giving SNHU that ability to push up and go farther, even if they only have one lane to protect for
This could
Mercy.
be a big pick here. Mr. Reno going in on White T, taking out this ADC is huge for SNHU, and finding that kill, giving it over to 12 CS a minute. A huge pick coming out there. That's a lot of damage from MC going down.
Very good. Seeing that 700 gold bounty on Bornsteller is amazing, and just how quickly he can melt down.
Team fight here. We have Mr. Reno just rushing it down this assassin, not gonna let him get anything while Bornsteller shreds the backline here, taking down Dark Swordsman as well in his own fountain. They continue to take down the Nexus turrets here. That's a full ace. This looks like it's going to be the end of the game here. SNHU, clean up these Nexus turrets and clean up the Nexus itself. Taking a W in game 1 of this best-of-3 set. Very, very well played there.
Bornsteller was kind of key to that, in my opinion. Everyone performed very well, especially together, but seeing those initial 2 kills that he got kind of gave him that edge to be able to take down Darius and build on it in those team fights, which is the only thing that Mercy kind of had tanky for them.
Yeah, absolutely. They had such a good composition coming out of draft, and they did really good bans too. They you know, acknowledged that Mercy College, you know, they spent their first 3 bans getting all of their damage out of the way. It was, you know, Caitlyn, Morgana, Nocturne, and then, you know, with the mid lane and top lane open, SNHU could kind of just say, hey, we're gonna ban out all of your tanks with global pressure that we know you play. So have fun with Darius, where you don't have any global pressure. You can't really take teleport without really crippling yourself in lane. Is really good drafting there from SNHU, and Mercy College, unfortunately, just kind of dealt a bad hand very early on, and they did a good job at playing safe and playing from behind, but unfortunately could not make up the difference in game 1. But that's just game 1. We're about to go into game 2 here in just a little bit. We're going to take a quick break while we get ready for that. So we'll be back in just a minute. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back as we get ready to go into a very good game one coming out from SNHU right away. Um, a really good composition they drafted up that time, and I felt like Mercy College um, struggled a little bit just in draft in terms of composing their team. So I'm really interested to see how they change here, what notes they take, and how they adapt.
I'm kind of looking forward to. I see that Jinx ban coming out. I'm wondering if they're gonna move to kind of ban Zeri this time.
A Zaryaban would not be surprising. Honestly, looking at anyone on SNU last game, it felt
Yeah.
like they all did really good, and I wouldn't be surprised to see any of them particularly get banned out. The question is who. We are going to see the Zaryaban coming out from Mercy College. SNU gonna hold up the same three bans they had last time, um, with the Echo, Talia, and Diana. Just waiting to see Mercy's last ban here, if it's going to be aiming for a comfort pick or aiming just to take out someone on the other team, and they are going to aim for the Annie on Glorious Killer's Annie.
I have not seen a Lux ban, probably because she was playing support last game. Oh, I
There it
wonder
is,
if
first pick.
is this Pancake Man again, or are we gonna see Glorious Killer pull out Lux?
That's
It's
the scary
really
part about this pick is that this is a very flexible pick. You can either have this go mid lane or support, and those are two extremely different positions. It's hard to a Lux first pick doesn't really tell you much.
and I sit here thinking, well, Mercy College has yet to experience Glorious Killer Lux.
Yeah, true. We're gonna see Miss Fortune come out for Mercy College. I like that pick. I like that pick. Miss Fortune's a very good lane bully, and she converts really well into a good team fight ADC. I'm sure to see if they'll just pick their bot lane like they did last time, right away. What kind of support they'd be running? Looks like Lulu. Yeah, they're gonna pick their bot lane right away. The Lulu coming out there, um, not necessarily support. We could see Lulu top. Uh, I'm not sure if that's something that they play, but coming out from SNU, we're gonna see the Braum pop out. I think it's safe to say that that is Glorious Killer on Lux, and Braum Lucian is the second pick for SNU.
I feel like the way Pancake Man played support was still absolutely stellar, but kind of luring them into a false sense of security. They thought maybe we can change our comp and just kind of fight it. And now they're just gonna get really just hit with it.
Yeah, this is especially Miss Fortune. It's really hard for her if she gets slightly out of position. She'll just blow up. She doesn't have any movement tools necessarily to work with. So especially Braum Lucian, that's really scary. I'm gonna see Nico come out from Mercy College. This is an interesting pick. We don't usually see Nico, even in higher levels of play. Nico did just get buffed, so that could be a reason we're seeing her come out. She's definitely seeing a rise in pick rate, but before that, she was a very very niche character. She's kind of she's very similar to Lux, so a lot of people just play Lux instead.
I'm wondering, Nico is most likely mid lane, but what would happen if they were to do Nico support Lulu top?
That's possible. Nico support is definitely a build that it's been rising in popularity, especially with new Glacial Augment. It's very good, or I wouldn't say very good, but it works in certain situations. Um, Seeing bands come out here, Mercy College taking out Sejuani and Zac, two jungle targeted picks here. We've not seen the Zac once yet from SNU. SNU are going to ban the Trundle coming out here. Not going to let Mercy College get their hands on it. See the Hecarim pick. I like that. That's big engage coming out there.
Here, if I'm correct, we do have another player in the top lane, Conair instead of 12 CS a minute.
Yep, that is a substitution for SNHU here. So, interested to see what he'll pick here in the top lane. 12 CS a minute, playing that Trundle. We're gonna see the Volley Bear come out.
A very solid pick. Good kind of tankiness that we really like to see on SNU.
Yeah, it's pretty safe too. He's able to, he has good engage, good disengage. Um, it's not a terrible pick when you're blind picking in the top, which is usually pretty scary. I think if you're really looking for safe picks, um, stuff like Volibear or Set. Sorry, I just got stunned by Gangplank popping up there, and now I have to reconsider everything because this is Volibear jungle, um, and Gangplank top. I think we're gonna see Con Air on the Gangplank, which is uh, I've been he's been talking about that a little bit about wanting to get better at Gangplanks. That's exciting to see come out. The Renekton is a little scary. If Renekton's able to get on Gangplank, it isn't a great situation for him.
I'm excited. I'm kind of excited to see this Gangplank and how he plays in that top lane. Volibear jungle is also just a generally good pick to go into.
Yeah, this is a good gank. He enables tower dives pretty well by disabling turrets. Uh, and I think that's something that we'll see get a lot of use in both mid and bot lane, where maybe that Luck's going to be able to hit roots and really secure these long range kills under tower if Volibear's there. Um, I do like that pick a lot. I like the Hecarim pick. Hecarim is a good champion, and there's a lot of interesting play around Hecarim. But the thing that concerns me about Hecarim is that the combo with Misfortune, because it'd be very easy for Misfortune to pop her ultimate and then Hecarim accidentally pushes them out of it. That's something that obviously gets eased with coordination, but that's if you're not coordinating or you're that's it's scary.
Absolutely. I'm kind of liking that Mercy has gone a little stronger with their Renekton and Hecarim rather than placing all their eggs into one basket on that Darius. But SNHU does have three kind of tankier characters, and Lux has that CC, Lucian has that movement. It's very balanced.
Yeah, I like these compositions a lot. Um, the Gangplank as well is going to give the team a lot of global pressure, which is also going to help for those tower dives that Volibear enables, as well as helping out the bot lane and objectives. The only thing that I worry about with the Gangplank is that Renekton is a little scary if he's able to get in, but Gangplank can zone out Renekton. It's possible, but you have to be very good at Gangplank to really control space with your barrels that effectively.
An interesting game. I'm very excited to see how this plays out.
Yeah, me too, absolutely. And with after the first game here, where I felt like I saw glimpses of Mercy College really shining through, but it felt like their composition was really what was letting them down. I'm feeling a little bit better about it this time. They have some interesting picks in here, like the Nico, that are very much non-standard. So that'll be interesting to see how they can do with those. Those definitely, comfort picks or pocket picks, and those are always exciting to see. But as we get ready to go in game here, we're going to take a short break. It'll be about 3 minutes. So just stay, sit tight. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back as we get into Game 2, SNHU versus Mercy College. This is an exciting match to see because Mercy College have had time to refine their composition, which I felt like was their big weakness in Game 1. So now I think that we're going to see a much more even fight really coming out here with these compositions.
Once again, I'm not really sure. I don't see Mercy kind of setting up for that invade. I'm expecting possibly an invade from SNHU, which it looks like they're going for.
This is exciting. Their level 1 is not terrible here, so they can really afford to do this, whereas Mercy College's level 1 is a little bit weak, and going in on this misfortune, that root did miss, which might give up this kill for them, unfortunately. But just doing that damage is very important. And zoning them out as well, getting the vision on their blue buff is all very important.
They've kind of put the fear there and displaced Mercy in a way. Well, we don't know how this will work out. They'll still probably be respectful, but it's all up to who gets first kill.
Yeah, and absolutely not overcommitting to that invade and you know, staying on blue buff to try and steal it is all very important. But this Twitch running into Nico there to pop that root, just doing some damage, working down right as minions start to get the wave. That damage is so important. And it's going to make you know, this whole laning phase a lot more dangerous for Bio.
In the mid lane, Glorious and Bio are just kind of trading a little back and forth, not fully engaging yet.
This top lane right now looks like it's, you know, not too crazy. I like this Lux and Nico just rooting each other. I feel like that's going to be a lot of the interactions we see in mid lane there. But actually, an early gank already in bot lane. Going in with the stun on Jakey. Reno doing some damage as Pancake actually picks up that kill. He grabbed first blood for himself.
First blood to the support is not exactly the best case scenario, but it's still very good for SNHU, and we love to see it regardless.
Yeah, a kill is a kill. Yeah, this match is definitely going to, you know, that level 2 hitting in this bot lane, just immediately getting a kill off of it is very big. And in this top lane as well, this is, you know, now that Connor has barrels, the dynamic of this lane has completely changed, and he's actually capable of trying to zone out Dark Swordsman now, which is really big. The only issue is if he does try to go in to do damage like that, you know, he is going to get stunned. He does have his oranges for that, but it's just more mana that he's spending.
Dark Swordsman on Renekton is definitely something to be feared. You do not want to let him get that edge up on you, or he could really turn things around.
And coming in here again, he's going to get the stun on Conair. A very unfortunate trade there as he's forced to flash out and going to have to back. Dark Swordsman going to get control of that lane early, but that's kind of just the experience of this matchup here. Conair has to kind of play perfect up here, whereas Dark Swordsman really just needs to get one good trade in.
Luckily, Conair was able to get out of that with Dark Swordsman taking a tower shot and retreating himself.
This is going to be a kill. That concussing blow coming out onto Trishy. Bornsteller trying to go in, can't land that final shot. They will be able to get away as Jake keeps continuing to poke them down. So close to being another kill there. It's very scary for bot lane here, but got to be scared here as Hecarim's starting to pull through. With this speed buff, gonna pull them in. Actually gets stunned right away. He's not going for the engage, and he goes down. Bornsteller with a very nice reversal. The help of Pancake takes that kill, and now Glorious Killer. Still a lot of damage to Bio there in the mid lane at the same time. Jakey getting stunned. Bornsteller's all over him. That's gonna be another kill for Bornsteller.
Seeing these kills going towards both Bornsteller and Glorious Killer are really exactly what you can ask for from SNHU. Getting those powers kind of in the right hands to push up.
Absolutely here. The way that Pancake and Bornsteller synergize is so satisfying to watch. The moment Pancake you know, lands that concussing blow and opens up a window, Bornsteller is always there to capitalize on it. The two play together so well.
Absolutely.
This is a scary trade in the top lane here. Trading very fast. Dark Swordsman taking a lot of damage. It's Conair looking to trace him down. He's able to pick up that kill. Firing off a shot and taking him down. Alpals is close, but not going to be able to get up there before he comes through. And Pancake Man jumping in. Bornstellar flying through. Going to get that kill on the Lulu. Going for Jakey next. Not going to be able to secure it quite yet. Pancake Man just running down. Just going to auto her down. Picking up another kill for himself.
For Conair, one of the big placements and kind of led to him getting the kill was definitely that barrel, helping just cut off Dark Swordsman, making him retreat towards Conair's tower.
Yeah, that's you know, in this scenario where Gangplank has to try and zone out Renekton, it becomes really scary when Renekton's on the back foot because he has to, you know, run back through those barrels or, you know, take a really unoptimized path where Connor can kind of just hit him to the tree. Could see a gank here in the mid lane with Mr. Reno beginning to move in with the help of Glorious Killer, but in the top lane here, another very much big skirmish here. Violence Damn taking a lot of damage from this combined gank. Did have to pop his ultimate there to zone them out, but looks like he will be able to get away with it. Alpal's now showing up on the scene. Mr. Arena taking a lot of damage, but Alpal's is going to get rooted there. It's really going to stunt this gank coming through as Mr. Reno now goes to hop in. We'll take this fight on its own terms here. Rooting Biological top as well. They're both so low, and that Gangplank ultimate coming through is going to get the kill on Bio. Alpals almost dies to that, but doesn't go down living with just a single-digit health. That was so close, and now Glorious Killer is in a scary situation here, but Pancake Man's chasing down Alpals, takes him out. Dark Swordsman looking to confirm this kill on Glorious Killer, but the rest of the team shows up. Bornstellar takes him out. Very, very nice. Very, very nice plays there from SNHU, following up to protect a lot of their weak a lot of their, you know, weak characters, and you know, it feels like it doesn't feel like we're quite at 10-0 yet. This has been a lot of kills so far for SNHU, and it could be just one more as Glorious Killer taking the solo kill on Trishy. This is getting disgusting at this point. SNHU currently 11-0, have a 6k gold lead at 7 minutes. This is a huge lead.
I had something to say, but seeing that laser beam just come through, I was completely at a loss for words. Truly amazing.
I really like the way that Pancake Man is roaming here. And he has looking to be going for a kill on Alpals here. Gonna pick him up with the concussing blows. Stellar is very close, expecting him to run away, but sitting there holding Gromp. Might have saved his life by committing to that Gromp. If he ran away, I think he would have ended up taking a lot of damage from Bornstellar there. There's a lot of players down in the bot lane here. I think probably looking to try and go for a dragon sometime soon.
Here in the top lane, we see a little bit more trading from Conair and Dark Swordsman. Ooh.
The ultimate out from Dark Swordsman, but there's so much damage coming from Conair. That lifesteal is keeping him on the brink, though. Mr. Reno starting to come in. Conair will go down just in time as Reno arrives on the scene. He will take down Dark Swordsman, avenging his teammate. But down in the bot lane here, Jakey just barely escaping death, forced to flash out of that Lucian ultimate. He's not able to stray fast enough to correct the course on that.
Absolutely. SNHU is kind of keeping a firm hold here. Taking really good map control. Pancake Man this game has just been very hungry for these kills, which is perfectly fine, especially since he's really letting Bornstellar get through.
This could be scary. Nico and Hecarim down here at the same time. The ultimate coming out is going to stun Bornstellar down. Pancake Man is about to go down next. A very nice gank coming out from Alpals and Bio, picking up 2 kills of their own. So it looks like SNHU might be doing Dragon right now. I see Glorious Killer over there, though he may back out now that Hecarim and Nico just passed by.
Those kind of battles are exactly what Mercy is looking for here, to kind of get an edge up and regain where they can, close this giant gold gap between them.
Getting in another all-in fight with Dark Swordsman, and he's gonna take him out again. It looks like he's so low, and he finishes up that kill. Dark Swordsman just trying desperately to try and take this fight against this Gangplank. Really, he knows that he needs to get some sort of advantage in this lane if he wants to stay in this game, but Conair is just so scary right now.
Even though SNHU took a hit there with those kills, they are still trying to keep up that momentum and are keeping a generally very good hold on the map, especially with Conair kind of pushing up towards tower now in the top lane.
Yeah, and he's going to be a perfect, candidate for the split pushing here as he starts to, work up to this tower. As the game gets more into the mid game, the later game, and teams start grouping up and getting ready to try and team fight, this Gangplank is almost surely just going to be split pushing, using his ultimate on cooldown, pretty much to secure picks, kills in these team fights. He just has so much power to do that, and he also has teleport if he really does need to be somewhere.
Here we see both the bot laners kind of getting situated in this bush, waiting for Mercy Colleges to kind of push up a little.
Yeah, Mercy College right now really have to worry about their bot lane tower. And we're seeing, SNHU have consistently just had lane priority down here and just been crashing wave after wave into this bot tower. So definitely a little bit rough there. I think pretty much every single lane has had lane priority for SNHU, except for top lane, and that's absolutely intentional. Connor has been playing very, very well around the wave and forcing Dark Swordsman to play very forward and out of position here. He's chasing him down again. Swordsman just cannot find any space here. Now Pal's coming through, actually might find this gank here on Mr. Reno. Connor coming down in time. Let's see Reno pop his ultimate as well. Glorious Killer looking to pick up potentially a kill on his own in mid, and he does find it. Mr. Reno looking to try and find Swordsman, who is so low under the turret.
Swordsman is really doing his best, trying to find the balance between protecting that tower.
That's a dead misfortune right there. That's a bit of Braum ult coming out just for that. Just getting even more kills over to Bornsteller. Here, I'm scared if I'm Alpals. There's 3 people converting on me after I was trying to test this Rift Herald. That's now a free Rift Herald for SNHU. A very nice coordination there, very nice rotations from SNHU to come down to the Rift Herald there. It was about to be contested.
Alpals had a very good handle on that, but kind of right after Mr. Reno hit that smite, they kind of rushed in. Oh my goodness.
Glorious Killer finding another one.
Those beams are not to be messed with. I was very shocked not seeing that Lux ban come out, probably because they thought they might play as a support again.
Yeah, it's such a flexible pick that it's hard to, if you ban it, you do take out that big flex pick, but yeah, well, if it's just another support Lux, what does it really matter? It's not just another support Lux, it's mid Lux, and the mid Lux is currently 5.
They did very well to kind of lure them into that false sense of responsibility with their picks before really.
Connor going in again, that's so much damage.
Ripping top lane, they make an excellent team to push it just as far as they can and apply that pressure. To kind of articulate the gold difference here right now, there are 4 mythics on SNHU right now, and only 1 on Mercy. There's an 11k gold difference right now. SNHU are killing it, and you can also see, just look at the CS differential in these lanes. Glorious Killer has almost double the lane CS than his opponent. And same thing coming out from Bornsteller right now. They have had such a handle on their lanes, and they've been playing out of their mind this game. It really is amazing just see the kind of control they are able to demonstrate. These are all players that are very comfortable in their characters.
The Bornsteller just, solo pressuring Jakey out of lane there. Using it just himself. If Pancake-Man was there, that was almost certainly a kill. But look at that root coming out as well. Bio is so low. And Mr. Reno coming through to convert as well. He's in the right place at the right time. Bio goes down. Glorious Killer finding another, now 6 kills deep in this game. It is 19-3.
That's exactly what you want to see. With the most kills kind of going to that mid laner, it's a very, very influential role for this game.
Sereno and Pancake Man catching out Alphaus in the jungle is so huge. He gets hit by the concussing blows and coming through. Glorious Killer picking up another kill. He's now 7 deep.
This game, SNHU has been on top of it with their convergence, their play style, and especially the distribution of gold throughout.
They've been taking perfect advantage of every single opening that Mercy leaves open. And you know, I was looking at Mercy's team composition here, really hoping that we would see, you know, something like a much better, you know, performance than last game here. But it looks like SNHU just continuously, you know, getting into these champs where they just really hit their stride. And it feels like Mercy might have just not banned the right champs coming out here as this Lux just continues to get more and more kills.
Mercy has done very well this game to try and kind of do what they can to regroup and reassess and go up against SNHU, but they're all in very, very comfortable positions and do not mind rushing and taking those kills and just building their advantage.
I feel like every time the camera jump cuts, I'm seeing a kill. This is crazy. SNHU has so much pressure over the entire map. They know, you know, they know that they're fed. They know they're ahead, and they know how to push this lead as much as they can. And they're playing kind of cocky right now. You know, Mercy could try and find some kind of pick here, but they're just getting picked off on their own. Mr. Reno finding Alphaus again. Northland will try and come in to get this, but Mr. Reno's gonna ult. He's gonna find that kills Connor. Also popping his ult, takes down the Hecarim. The laser coming through takes out Swordsman. Bio is in there, and Connor getting a double kill. Reno now just chasing it down Jake. He's gonna have to back off and gets under tower. But while all that was happening, Glorious Killer was taking another turret.
This is just truly amazing to see and witness, and Mercy has done, not to discredit them, they have done a very good job trying to counter and play against, but especially with that mid-lux and that laser consistently coming up, it's doing a lot for SNHU.
Absolutely. This team composition on SNHU, I absolutely love it. I love this Gangplank, I love this Volibear, I love this Lux, I love this Lucian, this Braum. They're all playing super great around each other super well. Is this going to be another pick here? As Pancake Man just chasing down Alphaus. He's going to force him away, no one there to help him out with that one. But whenever I see that concussing blows marker on someone, I'm so scared this time, because I feel like every time we've seen those, like 60% of them are kills.
Pancake Man has been on it tonight, just going for it, managing to get those kills for himself while also feeding plenty to his ADC.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got plenty of assists, but also in assists, Mr. Reno's got 9. He has done such a good job on the gank lately. Just finding these picks that are super good for his team. He's been doing a fantastic job.
I love seeing how SNHU plays together and just how flexible they are. Even again, I'm seeing what I mentioned last game. SNHU is always a favorite to the kind of all-over push. They want to be in on the base on all sides whenever possible.
SNHU are starting to move in position for this Rift Herald. There's only a minute left that it'll be up before Baron comes out. This is going to be, you know, this second Rift Herald, SNHU getting it again, is going to be a lot of push potential here, especially pushing into the Nexus and taking inhibitor turrets. That Rift Herald's really going to hurt.
Alphaus is on a sliver of health. I saw that Glorious Killer did get a chain kind of stun and laser on him, but luckily he was able to survive that and head back to Fountain.
Yeah, but he had to back out of his jungle there, and Glorious Killer is just going to continue to farm his jungle creeps. Look at how forward SNHU are playing right now. Look at how much vision they have in Mercy's jungle. And you know, whenever they're not killing someone on Mercy, it seems like they're farming their jungle. SNHU's control of this game at this point is crazy. They have a 20k goal. They are just going to continue to compound this over and over as Glorious Killer finds another kill.
It is beautiful seeing SNHU kind of start out with that really respectful game in their comfort zone, all the way to here where we're able to see them play out of their comfort zone and push as forward as they can and take that edge and cement their victory.
Absolutely, and it seems to me like SNHU are perfectly comfortable right now. They seem to just be having a good time and just, you know, limit testing almost against Mercy at the moment, which is, you know, it's very, very unfortunate to see for you know, Mercy in this match. Just a lot of, you know, early game missteps coming out. And, you know, really allowing characters, or underestimating, I feel like, you know, how much damage Conair could do on the Gangplank, how much damage that Glorious Killer could do on the Lux. You know, that power spike big block there from block that entire ultimate as Sorensen starts to go in, but he gets stunned and just blown up by the entire team coming in together. Mr. Reno now chasing it down the ADCs, but Glorious Killer finds a second one as he takes down Hecker and takes down Alpaz. Mr. Reno now rampaging in their base, going for Bio next. Does get stunned, but he is going to find the double kill now. That inhibitor going down. They're pushing down all 3 inhibitors at the moment.
I will never stop talking about Lux lasers.
They're always so disgusting to see when they come out. It's just every 30 seconds, if a Lux is fed, someone dies. And now as SNHU finished this game up, taking out the Nexus, an absolutely crazy performance there as he goes to a 25k gold lead.
I think Glorious just killed him in Fountain.
Yeah, that's, you know, that's what happens when you got a 13-0 Lux in your game. That's in you know, good on SNHU for really noticing that they had these early game advantages, and just capitalizing on them so much. That was, I think, the best example of playing ahead I think you can see, where they just get kills and snowball. Every single, you know, after First Blood, it felt like every single fight they took was a good one. And there were some instances where they may have struggled, where Mercy College might have gotten a few kills, especially as people came back to lane. I'm thinking of, you know, when bot lane got ganked and both Bornstellar and Pancake Man went down. But unfortunately, Mercy College, after they got these big influential kills, you know, taking down Conair very early in the game, getting this double kill bot lane, they just weren't able to convert off of it because they were playing so safe around these weak.
Absolutely.
And a great game too coming out there from SNHU. It's really great to see, you know, just how well they're doing right now and how comfortable they seem to be on the team playing together. A great showing from them. GG's to Mercy. Overall, a fantastic game tonight. I'm glad we got to see, you know, some good league.
It was an amazing showing.
But yeah, that's going to be all for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in here on stream on this snow day. If you want to see more from us, you can go and check out our Twitter at SNHU Esports. Big new fancy handle, big new fancy design. Go check it out. Go follow if you haven't. You can go see all of our match updates, any clips from the stream there. There's probably a few from tonight. I say that every night, but it feels like there's always crazy plays here that are always super fun to see. So yeah, you get to see us screaming about those clipped forever, which is always great. And you also get to find some information about our Super Smash Bros. Ultimate doubles tournament on our Twitter, which is happening tomorrow. That's Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. If you're a SNHU student, feel free to hop in and sign up for that. There's gift card prizes for those who place high in the tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, that's tomorrow night, 6 to 8 p.m. So go check that out if you're interested. But yeah, that's all for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching.
The Smash Brothers tournament is Sunday, not tomorrow. Today is Friday.
Is it Sunday? You are right. It is Sunday. It's not tomorrow. It is Sunday. But yeah, that is all for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a good one.